So yesterday when we were doing Read Aloud, we learned about another nonfiction text feature. Do you remember what that was? No, a text feature. What text feature was that? Yes, bud?
A contents and an index.
And what does the contents do for us?
It helps you find where things you want to know about.
Okay.
So you can find the glossary. If you look on a page and you're not sure what it is, you go back to the contents, then see where the glossary is. Then you can find out what that word is.
What that word is. Now, what if I said, I want to know how a beaver builds a dam? How would you find that out? Yeah?
Well, you can go to the building lodges because it said...
No, dams. I thought he's talking about building dams.
Yeah, so we look for the heading, and what page would that information be on? On page 10. Okay. So we're actually going to start this book from the beginning, but I wanted us to just talk about a text feature. So you ready?
I want to learn more about beavers, and it says right there, more about beavers, 28.
Well, those are going to be like fun facts. So let's start at the beginning so we can start learning about beavers. And we're going to each read a page, okay? So you ready to read the first page for me?
We have to read over here.
Well, what text feature is that over there?
Mouse.
Well, what is the text feature? Do you remember what text feature it is?
Text bubble.
Well, not quite a text bubble because it doesn't have a whole bunch of information.
It's a label.
Label
and a picture.
Yeah, pictures and labels of different animals. So let's start here with this heading. So you start with the heading. You ready?
What is a beaver? Have you ever seen a porcupine?
Yeah.
A gray square.
Well, look at the picture. There's what animal is that?
A gray squirrel or a deer mouse? If you have, then you have seen one of the cousins of the beaver. But beavers
Themselves.
themselves are hard to find because they usually live deep in the woods, hiding in small ponds.
Hidden in small ponds. What does it mean that those animals are cousins of them? What does it mean?
They're related to them, so they are related to the beavers.
And
Okay.
they're the same as them.
So it's kind of like we have cousins.
So now,
Okay, ready, bud?
The beaver belongs to a group of animals called mammals. All mammals have hair, fur, and
hair or fur.
hair or fur on their bodies. Mammals also feed their babies milk of their own.
Milk from
Human,
their
human, giraffe, cat, dog, beaver, monkey, whale, some of the many animals that are mammals.
Okay.
The beaver is a special kind of mammal called a rodent. A rodent is a mammal that gnaws. This means the animal eats by taking many teeny bits of its very sharp front teeth. A hamster
Bites with.
with its very sharp teeth. A hamster, a deer mouse, a gray squirrel, and a beaver.
Can you think of any rodents that might not be on here that we know? Can you think of any other rodents?
Rat.
A rat, that's a great one.
a mouse. Oh, guess what? Why do beavers
Try and sound it out. It's a funny word.
gnaw?
No.
Well, no, the G is silent. It's just
Yeah.
one of those funny things.
Yeah, I learned about that.
Beavers gnaw to get food. They eat the bark roots and leaves off trees, but not the wood. Beavers are herbivores or plant eaters, so they also like to eat berries, grass, and plants that grow in water. Beavers also gnaw to cut down trees for food and to build dams. First, they bite a tree trunk to make cuts in it. Then they gnaw the wood with their teeth. the beavers keep cutting and tearing away the trunk until the tree falls.
Huh. What are beavers kind of like? Can you think of a human job that does something like that?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what they're called?
No, I know it, but I don't.
Construction.
Oh, there's a fancy in lumberjacks, but then they could also be
lumberjack.
forestry people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.